Here are my insights that I would like to share with you about in-person client acquisition for AI agencies. And so what I've been exploring with my clients in the recent weeks has been LinkedIn outreach, and it has been getting limited results. And obviously, yes, you can write a better message, you can clean up your profile and create a better offer and all of that. But what I've found for myself currently that I have been getting quite a number of leads through YouTube, texting me on LinkedIn, or just through my LinkedIn connection requests coming back to me and then basically messaging me. So I'm just sending out the connection requests to people that I think might have a need for my service, and then I just don't message them at all. I just let them come to me because these people that then message me, they have the highest need. And so I need to do very little selling, because if you reach out to people and you message them, yeah, you're always in the position of you are the asker, right? You're the one that's asking. I want to be in the position where I'm the one being asked, right? And that's currently happening, and I'm very happy and grateful for that. Although it requires the initial putting yourself out there, sending the connection requests, and then, I realize that people are texting me. I get messages in my inbox about my service, and this is absolutely great. Now, oftentimes they don't say, hey, how much is it? But they give you some kind of clues or hints to open up the conversation that's been happening for me. And then all I gotta do is just talk to them, right? And see if I can create interest to get on a call with me, which is fairly straightforward. And so what I'm saying with all of that is that instead of doing so much cold outreach, especially towards people that you're not connected with, that's the worst, but even to your connections, it's still cold. People immediately have you as that nuisance or annoyance in their inbox. And sometimes it does work still, for sure. But I am really a proponent of in-person sales and warm network. That's what I stand for. That is what we do, the clients that I'm helping. So we first go, and honestly, not everybody can, but I only accept clients who can do that because that's much easier, right? It's gonna be rough. Like if you don't have anything, it's gonna be rough to make this work. And so I'm choosing for myself clients that I know that have a circle, right? A warm network that they can reach out to. So talking to people in your warm network, I've been speaking with a client in the Netherlands who has a great network in this particular industry, who has gone to a conference and gathered information there and contact information there. And so that's what we're doing, and that is working for him. Instead of, I can see a whole different scenario where he is not as successful and not as happy and fulfilled with the work that he does, because nobody really likes to get told no, right? And being rejected all over and being ignored. And honestly, I really would say do this only as long as you need to. The best feeling is like inbound demand. And it's not about the feeling, it's also that these clients lead to a much higher conversion. So, but it is about the feeling, because you want to sustain your motivation, especially in the beginning where you probably also have to have some learnings about, personal, like staying the course and not being so swayed by the emotions of the work. It makes sense to just start with what's easy. And what's easy is the warm outreach towards people who already know you. And especially if you can find a way to get people that are fans of yours, that like you very much, that can make introductions on your behalf, it's even better. And so, first of all, warm network before you go send messages, and I would even say before you focus on content. That was like another conversation that we have, that a lot of people think that they're going to get clients with content, where the reality is that oftentimes does not happen. Just because people engage with your content doesn't mean that they're looking for a solution. That's why, in my opinion, I said to my client, to the prospect I was talking to today as well, before you even post on LinkedIn, or set yourself up with a system of consistent posting on LinkedIn, just first focus on maxing out your connection requests. That's much more effective than trying to build a content system that will get you clients. That is very hard. And I'm talking to a lot of people who have many of thousands of followers on LinkedIn, and that is hard even for them. There's something very different about making content that gets clients and making content that gets seen. And so we want to go the client route as well. And the great thing about that is, especially on LinkedIn, you grow your following through connections as well, because everybody that you connected with becomes gets added to your follower list as well. And so a lot of people really overcomplicate that. They get stuck in building automations to becoming better and then posting content and trying to get like the very best content system set up so that they hopefully get some clients inbound from that. Where the reality is that this is very unlikely. Very unlikely that you're going to make content, first of all, that works when you haven't worked with any clients. Because one of the things that I also see is the best content are case studies. The best content are case studies. And the details that you know about it, like that you find out as you're working with clients. That's the best content, and frankly, that's the content that people still engage with and really appreciate. It's starting to get very binary in that sense. It's like, is the content good? Then it gets seen by tons of people, it engaged with by tons of people, and then you're going to be very successful. If the content is not that, then nobody really cares. Like the 5 tips post, that's gone, that's over. People are not looking for tips because they've been given so many tips already. And honestly, you are also better than that. At least you can be better than that. Instead of making 2 5-tip posts every day, just work with clients, deliver a system, first of all through your warm network, and then post about that. And then you can even make about this one client project various different posts about this one project that you've delivered. Doesn't mean just you deliver one project and the post is gone, like you made one post about it and then it's done. But like that's what people are really interested in. You talking about your work that you do with your clients and the results that you've been getting. And even if the results are just this system is now successfully installed, way better than any kind of generic tips, because that doesn't get you any clients at all, really. People don't really care. And honestly, how good can the tips actually be if you haven't really been in the trenches working with clients? So that's what I'm saying. And look, all I'm saying is, this is a very positive message. All I'm saying is, do not get stuck in content. Yes, content is very important to build your brand, but you can also build your brand through just sending out connections on LinkedIn, right? That's great, especially in the AI agency space. You don't need Instagram, for sure not. You don't need TikTok, you really don't. You can get by with that. YouTube can be beneficial, but I really do think between YouTube and LinkedIn, you're gonna be good to go. And just pick one, even just LinkedIn is good enough, right? Or pick either YouTube or pick LinkedIn, but LinkedIn connection requests, it's just great. It can work. So you just send them out every week, and then you talk to people in your warm network about what's been working, or rather what they want, and you start delivering these solutions. Probably join free communities on Discord or paid communities like we have on school. Deliver that to client and then make posts about the work with clients. You know, if you make appointment setting agents, voice agents for spa salons, then you talk about that. And then you learn to make a bit of content, of storytelling, of like, I went into the salon, I had this conversation, here is one objection that I didn't know, that I couldn't handle, that I didn't know what to say with. And that's a great post. That's much better than 5 tips for salon owners. Nobody really cares. So it's a very positive message. Work with people. It's very easy. You have the curiosity on your side. Talk to people. Get over your limiting beliefs around getting in touch with people. And then get in touch with people.